We're back. So from what I remember, Thorn, you had decided to help out by taking the lead and sending everyone safely into the night in a brave march forwards.
Fear not, friends. I will get us to the bone zone. Boom. Thunder.
Yep. Yeah. Thunderclaps. And I think at some point you... as you're exploring... like, this place is notable for its for the fact that like a lot of the ground is like sandstone and limestone, and so like there's often lots of fissures and things. And so someone has set up a like bridge across this like large fissure that I think is probably, you could go around it, but it would notably like require you to go through some like much heavier brush and like...
I turn to the group and I say, look at this valuable bridge that has been set up for us to cross. And I begin walking across the bridge.
Cool, excellent. You get hit by lightning.
Holy shit.
Fantastic.
Everyone, I just in case this in any way was fueling Steven's reckless playstyle, I would just like to disclaim, I don't have an infinite supply of health potions hidden inside my cloak.
But I also have 2 health potions.
Oh, okay, in that case we're fine.
Yeah, cool.
Proceed, please.
Thorn, for a split second, agonizing burning passes through your body as the skies themselves unleash their holy fire upon you, and the stones that have been laid into a like a kind of strange little bridge arrangement take from you the energy that courses through your body and send it safely into the earth.
Safely?
Well, like, like it made this whole way home from the sky down into... Not you, I don't care about you, I mean the energy.
It through me?
Let me check.
You're not the point here.
Harm and healing.
Wonderful.
It could kill a common person, D10 damage.
For a moment, just hearing those words, I was like, oh, it's all things that I have. We're playing my game.
Yeah.
So am I the one who rolls the D10?
You roll the D10. I never roll dice.
All right, 1D10.
Don't get dead.
Nice.
Yeah, so I think this lightning just like blasts down into Thorn, and the rest of you just see like a searing white line across your vision. And when you blink and your vision clears, Thorn is just standing there, and he turns back and he looks at the rest of you and he says, "Are y'all coming?"
Fantastic.
So Ash, as Kalek like sees this strange sight, she's like checking this out and like thinking about what's going on and looking at this bridge and seeing like, are there any runes like graven upon it? Like, I don't know if necessarily if I'm spouting lore or I'm discerning realities.
No, you're discerning realities, it sounds like.
Cool. Awesome. I'm better at that, because I am very wise. Boom. Wisdom.
Yeah, have a question, friend.
What is my question?
That's a question. You're out of questions.
Also, I've like completely forgotten that like I have all the moves set up in here, and for the second time, I've just failed to use one. So like, everyone, please remind me to do that in the future.
It's such a fancy sheet. You can like drag the moves and everything. It's great.
I know. I mean, none of my playbook stuff because I'm using
none of your playbook stuff because you're a fancy person.
Exactly, I'm a fancy person.
Is it worth asking?
Would anyone like to aid me?
That's a good question.
Yeah. I'd be happy to aid you.
How do you aid?
So you're studying the bridge.
Yeah,
and outwardly.
At what distance? What does this look like? I think I think Calic has walked up to like the edge of the bridge and is just like kind of like leaning down and like peering at it and like Ash, is there like rain beginning to fall or is it still like a just brooding, clouding, angry sky?
Oh, there's like a horrible dry wind that is like bringing dust up from beneath the from like in the crevasse.
But like no like petrichor, like no smell of like it is about to rain?
None.
Awesome. Cool. So the other thing I'm gonna do to help me with this, because like it's getting dark and you know it's nighttime now, it's very hard to see, is I am going to light my lantern of iron and glass that we saw last episode.
Not a candle, yes, you're right.
Yeah. I have candles too, but I'm not gonna light one of those.
I know.
So she takes out this like big wrought iron, like very delicate, though it's made from iron, lantern. And instead of glass, it's like some kind of like quartz that's cut like very, very thin and like slightly cloudy. And she like lights it and like whispers a prayer to Nadermu as she does so. And so Ash, I'm using consecrated flame.
Yeah.
I can drop that in chat if you would like. So one, I'm doing that, which may prevent Emily from helping me, but like, oh well.
That's fine.
And like using the lantern, she's just like right up on the edge, like leaning down and stooping and like holding the lantern in really close against the stone to try and figure out what's going on here with this strange, spooky bridge.
I think I can still help you.
I think that's reasonable. How are you helping him?
So you're examining the bridge for like
why bridge and lightning? Why?
Okay. I mean, all right.
And like her first thought is that like there must be some kind of magic on the bridge, right?
Okay.
Like,
cool. All right. In which case, I'm absolutely helping you by like listening to spirits near here. So I just like sort of crouch down next to you and kind of like look up at you and down at the bridge and up at you and down at the bridge and then like close my eyes for a bit and just sort of do this.
So Thorn, Thorn, you're standing at the top of this like this bridge arch thing of like several stones laid against each other, and these people are like getting down at the base of it and like looking at it all close and like getting down close to the ground and all those sorts of things.
It kind of like totally like picks up a stick and reaches out and pokes the bridge with the stick to see if like what is necessary to set off the lightning.
Actually, no. I know how I'm helping you. I'm helping you by running across the bridge.
Excellent. Cool. Great.
That's the actual answer.
Once again, I am the only sane person.
Luke, you have 3 questions.
Wonderful. Perfect. Cool. I'm going to ask, what here is useful or valuable to me, who's really in control here, and what here is not what it appears to be?
So, I think you recognize that these stones are not limestone or sandstone like the stone behind you, but like some kind of they have like a ferrousness to them. In fact, I think you would probably recognize that. Oh, of course, the lantern is drawn to them. Like the
lantern's like
the
slightly,
and
I'm like,
Yep, that's what it's not what it appears to be. What else have you got? What was the other ones?
The other ones were who is really in control here? Who, not what.
Yeah,
I want a person to blame.
Yeah, cool.
Steven is in control here and ran himself on a bridge like an idiot.
Shobi is in control here.
That makes a lot of sense. And then what here is useful or valuable to me?
Though
Though actually, let me ask.
Yeah.
Can I angle what should I be on the lookout for into is this magic?
Yes.
Is that it? Do you feel like that's a valid use of that question?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. What should I be on the lookout for?
This is supernaturally elemental, not not shaped arcane by minds and hands. Does that seem like a reasonable answer?
So not human magic.
No, not human magic, certainly not.
Cool. But like magical in its fundamental nature, like
I mean, like this is the thing.
I feel like at this point we're down to like what are the semantics of the word magical, right? Like,
Yep. No, I think no one cast a spell on this.
Does that mean it's not magical?
I mean,
like a manticore is a magical creature, and no one cast a spell on a manticore.
Suggestion.
Right? Like,
I think you answered your own question.
You've got an answer.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. All right, so it's maybe a magical thing. And I think, Calic is just making like thoughtful noises.
Emily, do you want to? You hear the crack before anything happens. What do you? How do you avoid being struck by lightning?
Okay, so I hear it before it happens. I mean, I don't, because like I just saw Thorn like completely just power through it, and that was really badass. So like, why wouldn't I be able to do that? Obviously. So I put an arm in the air and go like this.
Cool.
Just
yeah. So yeah, take a D10.
Cool. I'm sorry, everyone.
I'm an idiot.
No, it's fine.
It's what you do.
This is solid. I mean, well, no, it sounds like you're rolling Defy Danger with Constitution.
I mean, yes, yeah. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Excellent. Yeah. If you want, you can transfer half of the damage into your friend by touching them.
No, that's cool. All right. I'll just take it.
Cool. Not a problem.
Oof.
Ow. I'm assuming the armor doesn't matter for this because it's lightning.
If your armor is not metal, it does count.
It's not metal. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So 6.
Good. Excellent.
And I like afterwards I just like turn to Thorn with like this massive grin on my face and just like my hair is just smoking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Thorn just like smiles and nods and says, "And the rest of you?"
Thorn, are you staying just standing there?
I mean, I guess I would walk across the bridge, right? Like, okay.
If you're standing on the top of the bridge, right? Like, okay, cool.
Like, you know, okay. Thorn is unfazed, but he's not like an
idiot.
Yeah, he's not criminally stupid.
Okay, I'm just checking. I'm just establishing the fiction and whether or not you get killed. Like,
totally, that's fair.
So. We have 2 on one side and 2 on the other.
All right.
So Calic stands up and lets out a long, weary sigh and like beckons to Sparrow.
Yeah, what's up?
I think I have a way for us to cross.
It's probably better than my idea, so.
I'm so curious.
And she pats you on the shoulder, right? And then she takes a moment and she closes her eyes and starts. And again, we get what from like her last episode is quite a familiar, like a really, really tight cut of like her lips moving. And at first we can't hear what she's saying, and then we hear this like prayer to Nudermu that is like, I feel like Ash at this point, like we have to, like it's not like a normative, right? Like this is not part of like the mainstream religion. There's some weird fringe side cult of Nudermu or something that she's got going on.
Yep.
Yeah, and I am going to invoke the sun god and try and use my move because I've got my candle lit. Not my candle, my cool lantern.
Your lantern, yeah. So yeah.
So I'm gonna roll that, and then we'll talk about it in a bit.
All right, let's.
I did it! Yay!
You
and the invocation I am using is cleansing light.
Any magical effects within your light, or right? So this is where you wanted to know if it was magic, right? Cool,
yeah,
cool,
right.
cool.
This is the semantic question of like, does not arcane, like, is magic only arcane? And like,
well, this is the thing is that like it's explicitly like wibbly wobbly timey wimey. That's an element of the setting. So any magical effects within your area are dispelled or dampened. Cool. New magic brought into the light is unaffected. Right, cool.
Yep, and so we each choose one risk.
The effort taxes you.
Yeah. Great. Another debility.
Because I think this is like, yeah, like you're using this invocation to like basically control
the power of another god.
Yeah, control the light and the like essence of light that is like, and make it go in a different way. You're not outright stopping it. You're creating like a magical Faraday cage sort of thing. I don't know.
Yeah, and I'm going to pick You Must Bask in Sunlight for now before using this invocation again. Yeah, and I think what that looks like is, she's like praying and like this litany is falling from her lips. And again, we see like she opens her eyes and they're like glowing from within with this like white, gentle, like holy radiance. And like it's falling from her like lips as she's like speaking, and the light that is being cast by the lantern like solidifies in that way. I'm going to make a very specific media. You know that one shot in Lord of the Rings when Gandalf is fighting the Balrog and like the sword comes down and all of a sudden his like light halo like goes solid? Like it's very much that kind of an effect.
Yeah.
And she just reaches back and like holds out a hand to Sparrow and is like, come on.
I take freebies.
I mean, yeah, you pass over the bridge with, like, I think lightning does strike again when there is something on top of the bridge to pull it down, right?
Yeah, totally. We reach the top of the bridge, lightning hits.
But it like arcs around you in like a dozen different like snaking rivers and down into the lodestone beneath you.
Yeah, and then we like finish our journey to the other side.
By the time everyone's across the bridge, everyone's exhausted. Like just like yeah.
Yeah, like I think Calic makes it to the other side, and like the glow goes back to being like a normal glow, and her eyes like stop glowing, and she just looks like haggard and like incredibly spent.
I was just gonna run across and hope.
Just real fast.
I want to say
outrun the lightning.
So thank you.
Yeah, I look over to Calic and the lantern, and I sort of like stare at it a bit, and I kind of like I seem like Val seems really fascinated with it, but like looking at it is kind of like just slightly painful. Like it's too the contrast is too high or something. But like she keeps sort of trying to kind of look at it, and says to Calic, who's in your light thing?
It is Nadomu,
Oh.
who reveals truths and clears away the darkness.
I don't like gods. They don't grow food, so...
I think at that she very, very weakly chuckles and just gently reaches out, half just reaching to lean on you for support and half patting you on the shoulder and is but they keep lightning off your head, Sparrow.
Fair, +1. We should get some sleep. You look great, but little tired. Just like the crow's feet that show up at 11, 12. Otherwise, you look great all the time. So we should just find a place to get some rest. You're beautiful, by the way. Just throwing that out there. But
it sounds like Sparrow is the one that is leading the camp.
Yep. Sparrow, can you please roll to turn someone on?
Make camp. When you settle into rest in an unsafe area, choose a camp leader and have them roll. So you're not adding anything to this roll, but someone can help if they can explain how they're helping. So this is both the person who organizes the camp and then is also the person who takes the main watch.
I like doing camp stuff. I'll help.
Sure. Cool.
Oh, I was gonna volunteer, but no, if you wanna, that's totally cool.
Yeah, I don't mind.
No,
So
we high five first before setting up camp.
nice.
You have consumed my blood, so I guess
Exactly.
I guess we're friends.
Exactly, right? That's
I guess
how it
we're
works. isn't it?
friends.
That's how it works. I was operating under that assumption, yeah.
Oh yeah. What do I roll for camp?
You just roll 2d6.
And how can I help?
You say how you're helping, and then you roll the aid move.
I think I am helping by is it just oh dear. Alright.
Sorry.
I think I'm helping by I go searching nearby for a kind of plant that I know is fairly common in the forests that has these really big broad leaves, because I figure at some point the rain will arrive and we'll need more cover. So I'm collecting a bunch of these big flat leaves to put over our shelter.
That sounds like wisdom to me.
Yeah.
Help me, please.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So yeah, you bump yourself up, but you also expose yourself to any kind of danger. So on a 7 to 9, choose one. Ask another player how they annoy or frustrate you, and respond to that and gain a debility. Or ask another player how you annoy or frustrate them. They gain debility. Or tell the GM what alerts you to the presence of danger.
Yay.
What alerts me to the presence of danger?
Yeah. I think you look over to Kalak as she's maybe she's eating, or maybe she's trying to get off to sleep, and you realize that her shadow is much darker than all the other shadows being cast by your campfire or similar, whether it's the moon or the campfire, I'm not sure, but hers is quite dark, very, very deep inky black. It moves a little in a weird way. Maybe it's just the flickering of the fire. I'm not sure. It's weird.
Yeah, I think she's I'm imagining that at this point we're done with the meal and she has the pot, the cooking pot still, and has filled it with water and is crumbling in all these dried herbs, and this pungent aromatic scent is rising off it as she brews up a tea of some kind. Emily, it smells exactly like that herb mix you made.
Nice. That would make for a weird tea, but I appreciate it.
It's a medicinal tea, Emily. It's not meant to be good to drink.
Okay.
Just good for you.
Sparrow takes out his brand new silver short sword.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes. Mm.
And plants it into the shadow.
Sounds like you're rolling hack and slash.
Maybe.
I mean, is it fighting back, or is this just like deal your damage?
As the GM, I'm saying that, like, by saying, like, it sounds like you're rolling hack and slash, that it is
It's about to
responding.
do a thing.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, cool, excellent. Yeah, cool.
We are terrible at this.
You're really good at dungeons and dungeon mod, guys. This is real great. Yeah, the sword's shadow itself like darkens, and you see the flickering, your own flickering silhouette start to take on this same similar thing, and as that's happening, you feel. You know when you've eaten something very sweet and there's a sour taste left afterwards?
Mm-hmm.
You feel that like welling up in like the back of your mouth and throat.
Is that just Sparrow, or do the rest of us feel that too?
No one else feels it yet.
Nope.
Either the food or the shadows. Something's going on. Who cooked? Was it Bao? Because if Bao cooked, then this is normal.
Yeah, exactly. That would explain it. No, I think it was Calic.
It does sound like it was Calic that cooked.
No, Calic does not cook shadow-tainted food.
Then the shadows. Something's wrong with the shadows. And
all of them? All the shadows? I'm like staring out into the forest.
Sparrow, that sweetness is taking on an iron taste.
Ash.
Yeah.
Do I like? I'm casting through my memory. Do I recognize this like this description of like shadows going weirdly dark?
Better roll spout law.
Yeah, exactly. Let's do it. Let's see what we can do. And this time I'm gonna remember to actually roll the move. Haha.
Well done.
I did it.
Cool. Something interesting.
Would anyone like to help me?
Yeah. You know what? I might potentially know this stuff. I don't know very much stuff, but I might know this sort of stuff. Is it an intel? Oh god, I'm not very smart.
It is. I mean, like, how are you helping? You might be helping in another way.
Well, like, I think I would potentially know this stuff through like spirit lore specifically, like knowing about. I would assume it's a death-related thing. Or that there are ghosts here or something like that.
Yep, sure.
So I would be.
I might be dying.
Yeah, exactly. Someone's probably dying. So I would be consulting my.
We're all always
the wisdom
dying.
of my craft. Exactly. So is that? Can I use the wisdom?
Yeah, you can use the wisdom. It's fine.
That's the thing about necromancy. No one tells you.
Yes.
Excellent. So that bumps you up to a 10, Luke.
Yeah, and the specific thing I am curious about is this a creature of chaos?
Yes. It is a creature of not the light. It is a creature of the bad. It's a creature of entropy, or it is an effective entropy. It's kind of on that like borderline between creature and thing. It's
cool.
It is your. A creature buried casts no shadow because they are in it. It is the effect of having come close to death, and death having like smelt you, but you have in some way like dodged it in a way that it feels is unfair.
Okay, so this is the 7 and 9 way. Then you like don't keep your bargain, like where death is like, hey, here's the bargain, and you're like, fuck you. Okay.
Yeah, it's not death capital D. It's your death specifically.
Okay.
Ash, you're going to give me nightmares tonight. But thank you.
Excellent.
It's okay, DC. I will fix the nightmares by making the bad duck thing go away. Because I think like in, and this is like very much like in exactly the same way as like we saw last time. Like as soon as Calic like processes that, there's no like intermediate beat of hesitation. She just reaches for the lantern, which is like sitting next to her where it always is, and raises it high in the air and starts chanting the prayer again.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do my move again, and I'm gonna die, but that's fine.
I'm really excited to see what happens.
It's a really
here.
costly playbook. I gotta take abilities like all the time.
Is there any way to help?
Right. Yes, you. What
If
mean,
you can
like
think of
how?
something
Like
that makes sense.
What makes sense?
With what
Specific-
Sparrow knows.
Damn.
It would probably be just like encouraging words. Sparrow doesn't know. It doesn't care much about the gods, whether they know about them or not. It would just be like, you've got us through something extremely dangerous before. You can do it again. I believe in you. No one dies today.
As a player, I'm very touched in my heart by this. Ash, is that valid? I feel like it's valid.
I think it's
DC.
valid.
You have my vote.
You can roll with charisma.
Yeah, because it's
That's
like
what it sounds like. Yeah.
interpersonal communication.
Hey, look.
There was this speech, and then there was
Yeah,
the-
Ash.
Marketability.
Sparrow's like, you've got this, but don't fuck up. Because if
Please,
you do,
I don't want to die.
So, fam, guess who now has all 3 abilities? It's me.
Oh yeah.
It's me. Don't worry. I think I have a plan for how to deal with this. But like, in the meantime, yeah, okay. So I'm gonna pick the lightest snuffed out when the invocation is complete because I think that makes sense. And so yeah, like again, it's that same thing we saw in the last episode Calic was in, where all of a sudden, she casts a very long and very terrible shadow, that is not so much like whatever kind of chaos spawn this is, but it's the night sky, right? Like it's infinitely deep and infinitely black with these tiny little points of piercing light in it, and like the lantern is burning this like intense white light, so you can't even look at it, like a strip of magnesium, and her eyes are like burning white, and her like words are burning white, and yeah, any name a creature of spirit of chaos in your light. Like this creature, it is banished from this world or back to whatever tethers it here.
I mean, yeah, you turn back your own death
Yep.
with the holy light of Nadomo. I kind of want to, yeah.
Heck.
Luke, you can either take the ability, or I'm gonna like hack this a little. Lose a physical possession from either you or DC.
Take mine. I owe you big time.
I mean, like, look, if you want to spare me the stability DC, that would be lovely.
I definitely do.
What possession is burned up to bring you closer to like nirvana and life?
So it would have to be something very important.
It'd have to be something valuable. Is it like not necessarily to you specifically, but like yeah.
Don't you have that other big fuck off gem?
It's not in my load, but I thought that I did.
Yeah, you ended up with one, and I ended up with one.
Yeah, the gem.
Oh my gosh. One of the eyes
I'm
of
sorry for suggesting.
It's okay.
yeah. So the light turns brilliant red. As the gem, this giant eyeball-sized ruby is consumed by the holy light of Nadomo, and Nadomo, in seeing that you are not attached to your physical possessions, turns back your death. Nice.
And like,
Loves it when you're not attached to your physical possessions.
and as the light fades, like it fades like all at once, and like the light of the lantern just like snuffs out instantly. And as soon as the light goes out, Calic just like falls and just like collapses like onto her side, like, you know, alive and like conscious, but like very, very like weak and like dazed by the effort.
Sparrow's gonna go up to the nasty medicinal tea and take like a bowl, and then gonna take Colic and put her on one thigh and just like pour it slowly. Just get some rest. You saved both of our lives.
Yeah, and I think eventually, like, once, like, after the first, like, bowl and a half or something, when she's, like, gotten a little bit of color back, she, like, reaches up and, like, pats your hand awkwardly in that way that a person who's lying down and trying to, like, grab at things does. And it's like, you need some too. A building fell on you this morning?
I'm good. Tuesdays, not my thing. Usually by Thursday, I'm back in the groove.
All right.
I'll take it. You know.
All right.
Honestly, the thorn. I don't know if that's what y'all call him. The thorn. You know,
the big guy.
Yeah, really cool. I'm gonna go try and give him a bowl. Try and start I know all of you are great. I don't know him very much. I've heard stories, and he got hit by a bolt of lightning and just did not care.
Just shrugged.
So,
Atlas shrugs.
Yeah, I think after all of the activity settles down, Thorn he's sitting there on his stump or whatever. He's got the plow shoved into the ground, and he says, "Is it dead?"
It's dead.
Then we rest.
We're alive. So before that, I was thinking, you know, very inspirational thing that you did earlier. We're all quite moved. Wanted to just offer you some of this medicinal herbal tea as a thank you for what you did. It was beautiful.
Yeah, he reaches out. Is it like a small bowl or like a cup or what? What are you serving?
It's in a small bowl.
Yeah, totally.
Like small wooden, hand carved.
Nice. Yeah, I take the wooden hand carved bowl you offer and sip the tea. Is it a pleasant tea or is it a bitter tea?
It's horrible.
It's horrible. And I sip it and I say, "This is very nice. Thank you."
Hey. For your health, friend.
I appreciate it. It will help me sleep well tonight. Tell me, Sparrow, what do you hope from our journey?
Money.
The rhino made out of diamonds.
That's really I'm just gunning for that rhino more than anything else. I know Bao wants some bones, as is pretty up their alley. And as a friend, I have to assist and do what I can to get them towards that goal. Calic has suffered nearly enough, so I'm just trying to get Calic home. Like a nice bed, there's that, but I mean, you and I, we don't really know each other.
It's true.
What's your goal overall?
What's the name of the town? Beta?
Beta,
yeah. When I look at Beta, I see a place that long ago was great. It had happiness and light at its heart. Not the light of Kalak, the light which burns itself and others, the light which consumes, but instead the light which grows. And I sort of gesture to the plow. And I say, someday, friend, I will return this weapon to the earth it came from, and I will be done with this crusade. But until then, I go out into these woods, and I make this world a safer place. It is my duty to take what others cannot. And so I will.
I absolutely feel like I'm sitting in the background of this shot, like picking my teeth or something. Just something like just really,
totally, yeah.
totally undercuts the drama of the
you skip down some soup or something, and then
It's like, exactly. Soup everywhere, eat a or something.
Thorn just endures.
Sparrow to the side. It's like, holy shit, this guy's cool.
There's obviously like dramatic like claps of lightning, and then occasionally just like belches as well.
Sparrow like brings it down to baritone. It's like, I'm
also cool.
I do what I can to protect the children and make sure that they have both food in their bellies and a home to return to.
Thorn gives you the nod.
The up nod of manliness. Oh my gosh.
Nod.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
All right.
I'm not very manly.
So, do we want to do the other half of the mate camp move now?
I mean, we didn't roll it, but at the same time, I feel like
I think that's what just happened.
I feel like someone's got to get I think you've both got to get Mark and XP for that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I have a move that I would quite like to do while we're like overnight.
Yeah, go for it. So I think the night, the thunder of the night never resolves into rain, but into nightingale song.
It's wonderful. So at some point during the night, I think like I wait until kind of maybe I take one of the watches, and then at the end of my watch, rather than going to sleep straight away, I'm going to go into my bags and I'm going to take out some of the mushrooms that I carry with me, and I'm going to brew them up in some of the like probably not particularly hot water, but like warm water that's like left over. Yeah.
You're gonna hydrate them. You know, it's
exactly.
like when you dry porcini.
Yeah.
You want to get them ready to make your mushroom risotto, you know? Just
like kind of chew on them and sit like kind of cross-legged with my back to the fire and like staring kind of out into the forest. And I would like to vision quest.
Kalak is watching your
so
back.
Yeah, what's the trigger for that?
Do that. There we go.
Spend the night alone in a consuming a vision enhancing.
So I don't think I actually roll anyway. It did that, but I don't.
The spirits will guide you, offer you guidance, tell them something that troubles you. They will do their best to bestow wisdom. Take +1 forward when acting on the problem. What troubles you?
I want out of character. I want some group vote. Do you think it's more interesting that we ask the spirits about this place and the whole death thing that just happened, or should I ask them about the king?
The king.
The king.
I vote with the party.
Cool. All right. Yeah. So I think I'm troubled. I'm curious about this dead king. Well, this king that should be dead. This king who makes ash where he walks.
Oh, okay. You're troubled about the king. What are you worried is going to happen, or why are you upset? Like, what's the specific troublingness of it?
I think I'm just troubled that I'm troubled that it's so mysterious. I want to like see this king and yeah, it's less like a worry and more just like distracting curiosity.
Yeah, I just want to check. What does Bao know about the king in character?
What the other characters have told me.
King Atsis, Emperor of all between the Standing Stone and the Sapphire Sea.
That's the one. And I heard the stories about the recent sighting, and I know that the king lived a very long time ago, but that's all.
Yep. Excellent. Cool. Great. You noticed it. You noticed that you and Thorn have left ashy marks on like the places you've sat since earlier. Since the bridge. I think the spirits tell you that I think that the spirit's guidance is a king can only lead an army if he is in uniform.
Okay.
We gotta wear bones.
I'm down for that.
Or like,
let's go.
Or steal his fancy hat. Like, we got some.
I think that's a good time for a break.
Sure.
All right, let's take a minute, team. Get up, stretch your legs, do all that stuff, get a drink, and we'll be back in 5 minutes.
So good.